Hi friends, welcome back. Guys, in this session, I'm going to share with you something very magical. And that magic is how you can study less and still score more in the UPSC prelims examination. And guys, I'm going to share my own experience of cracking 6 out of 6 prelims. Guys, let me tell you, in my last attempt where I scored 139 marks, which is one of the highest marks that year, I studied only for 15 days. I studied only for 15 days. And in my fifth attempt, you can see here 144.66. This was the highest marks that year. Again, I studied very less for last just 1 or 2 months. How I was able to study 2-3 months only for the prelims examination exclusively, still I was able to score 30 to 40 marks more than the cutoff. That is what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you a magic rule which if you apply strategically in your UPSC prelims preparation, you can crack the UPSC prelims examination very easily. Particularly this video is very important for working professionals. So please go and share this video with your working professional friends who are preparing and working, full-time working, or people who are going college going students who have less time, and in less time they want to crack the prelims examination. This video is going to help you. So guys, in this video I'm going to explain to you the 80-20 rule. You must have come across this rule, but I'm going to give you the right examples to show you how this 80-20 rule applies in your UPSC prelims preparation. So what is this 80-20 rule, guys? This 80-20 rule says that 20% of your effort is responsible for 80% of your outcome. 20% of the effort which you are putting in the UPSC prelims preparation. For example, you are reading the NCRTs, you are reading the standard books, you are reading the current affairs, you are reading the newspapers. So out of you are practicing the mock test, out of that only 20% of the effort is leading to this 80% of the result. I'm going to show you with examples. So please have patience and wait till the end of the video. You will be really getting to know why even after putting a lot of effort you are not getting the required result. Because there are many students who complain to me, sir, I have studied throughout year, sir, I studied very hard, but still I failed to crack the prelims examination. And I know many of my students, they are not putting that much effort, but they are cracking the prelims examination very easily. I myself have cracked the prelims examination very easily. Today I am going to prove you. Okay, so and there are 80% of your effort, there are 80% of your effort which results to only 20% of your outcome. Outcome means your marks. Okay, suppose you are scoring 100 marks in the UPSC prelims examination. So 80 marks is coming from only 20% of the effort. Effort means time, study you are doing, and 80% of the effort, time, is only helping you to score 20 marks. And this is I'm going to prove you. So I'm going to show you something. Okay, so this is a FLT9. This is CSE 2023 FLT9 Optima question paper last year. Last year Optima 2023. This is FLT9. You can see people who have opted for my test series last year, they can write in the comment box. Okay, they must be having this PDF with them. They can write in the comment box. So let us see this question number 1, FLT9, which was the one of the most important full length test which I gave just 2 weeks before the exam. I gave this just 2 weeks before the exam. You can see this question number 1. Region, countries. You can see here Darfur region, Kivu region, then Bukuyu region, Menaka region, and countries. And you can see this prelims question 2023, UPSC 2023 question. You can see North Kivu, Ituri. You can see Kivu, Ituri. You can see this. Directly I was able to predict the question which came in the UPSC prelims exam in the FLT9. FLT9 means last year I gave 10 FLTs. Out of that 10 FLTs, I am talking about FLT9, which I gave just 2 weeks before the exam. Okay, let me show the question number 2. You can see question number 2. Countries, the following pair. Consider the following pair. Rebel groups. Kachin rebel, Houthi rebel, M23 rebel. You can see here. This is UPSC 2023 paper. Areas of conflict mentioned in the news and where it is located. Kachin. You can see Kachin rebels, Myanmar. Okay, let me show you one more question. Consider the following. Bali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Egypt, which is in Sahel region. Last year one question was asked on these countries only. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. I have not brought this question. You can go and you can cross check in the prelims 2023. So you can see in FLT9, full length test 9, 3 questions back to back. Question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3. Back to back, all 3 questions came in the UPSC Prelims examination 2023. So that was what I was explaining to you. Most of the students, what they do, one student, few days back only, he called me. He said, sir, I am solving from 1979 till 2023. I am solving all the PYQs. I am solving all the PYQs. Then I asked him, did you solve these PYQs last year also? He said, yes, sir. Last year also I solved. I said, did you crack the prelims examination? He said, no, sir. I failed in the prelims examination. I said, tell me honestly, in this last, this is how many? I think this is more than 40 years. This is more than 40 years of PYQ. In the last 40 years of PYQs which you solved, how many questions directly came in the exam 2023 prelims? Directly means directly. I'm not talking about static topics. I'm talking about questions like just I showed you, Kivu. Questions like just I showed you, Kachin. How many questions came? He said, sir, hardly 3 questions. Hardly 3 questions. You can just imagine. He solved the entire 1979 to 2023 last 40 to 45 years of question papers, and he says that he just got 3 questions in the UPSC Prelims examination 2023. I'm still suspicious he got 3 questions, but he said, let me assume that he is honest, he is right. He got 3 questions by solving how many questions? You can see here, 1979 to 2023, more than 40 years of question. More than 40 years of question. You can see 40 into 100 questions. You can see how many questions. And you can see my one test is able to give me 3 questions. One test only, FLT 9. And I said my all optima test, the sectional optima test, which is the 7 sectional optima test, and the last year 10 optima full length test, all are very, very important. Just you solve this, you will get a lot of questions in the UPSC prelims examination. I had told, you can go and check my Telegram channel. I told before the exam only that I am giving all important questions in my last FLTs. Please do take my last FLTs. Please do take my last optima sectional and full length test. I told him. You see, from one test only, he got, someone who has solved this, he got 3 questions inside the exam hall. And you see here, this is what is called 80-20 rule. This is what 80% of effort giving 3 questions and just one test paper giving 3 questions in the exam hall. This is called the 20% effort and 80% result. This is what is called. Just I'm showing you with one example, and I'm going to give you can do to apply this 80-20 rule in your UPSC prelims preparation in the next 4 months. In the next 4 months, how you can apply this rule in your UPSC prelims preparation. First of all, you have to give a thumbs up to this video, a like to this video if you like this idea. So what you have to do? So you have to solve those test series. You have to solve those questions which can come in exam. Where 20% of your effort is going to give you 80% of the result. This means what? When will 20% of your result give you 80% of the result? When you practice those questions. When you practice those questions which have high probability to come in exam. Now you will say, sir, how can I know what is going to come in exam? How can I know that? Obviously, if you are a fresher, obviously, if you are a full-time working professional, you don't have the time to do the analysis. You don't have the experience. You don't have the ability to know exactly what is going to come in exam. So let me explain you how I predict a lot of questions in the UPSC prelims exam. How do I predict? So what I do is that I first of all prepare comprehensively the current affairs of last 1 and 1.5 years. I prepare that comprehensively. Every day I read at least 3 to 4 newspapers, 2 Indian Express and Hindu, and 2 financial newspaper. Financial newspaper means Business Line, Financial Express, and Business Standard, all these kinds of newspaper. So I prepare current affairs comprehensively. Then what I do is that every day I have a list of, like I have a compilation of PYQs. So every day what I do, whenever I come across any current affairs topics which has been asked by the UPSC in the last couple of years, then I pick that topic, and I do the level 1, level 2, level 3 analysis. What is level 1, level 2, level 3 analysis? Level 1, level 2, level 3 analysis is that level 1 means direct information question. Direct information question. Level 2 analysis is the application based question. If UPSC has already asked level 1 question on the topic, then I frame application based question on the topic in my test series. And in level 3, what do I do? I prepare interlinkages question. Interlinkages question, if the topic is economy, question can come related to some other aspects of that. For example, climate finance. Okay, climate finance, it has climate change also, which is environment, and it has the finance part also, which is economy. So this interlinkage aspect, I start preparing those questions. So what I do is that this way I predict a lot of questions in the UPSC prelims examination. Guys, last year I was able to predict the Pumpuhar question. The Pumpuhar question, how? Because UPSC has already asked in 2014 a question on ports, ancient ports. UPSC has already asked. And when I was going through the Hindu newspaper, I came across that the government of India, the archaeological survey of India, was doing some study on Pumpuhar, in determining the age of the city, in determining the age of the port city. I came across that current affairs. So what did I frame? I framed the question. I took the name. The Pumpuhar is known for what? So it's an ancient port, or I gave some 3-4 more options. Okay, like this I do the current affairs plus PYQ linkages, and then I frame my test series. And that is why from my test series a lot of questions are replicating in the UPSC prelims examination. And if you have gone through my important questions or important topics or my predictions last year, and if you saw the same question in the UPSC prelims examination, do write in the comment box. I want to know your feedback. Okay, so let me now share with you how you can use this 80-20 rule in your UPSC prelims preparation. So what you have to do, first of all, for the static subject, you have to identify those subjects where whatever content you are reading, directly questions are coming in the exam. For example, I will give you example. If you study Lakshmikant, 90% of the polity questions will directly come from the exam. In exam, directly come from this book Lakshmikant. So this in this 20% of your effort, which is leading to 80% of your result, this Lakshmikant book has to come at the top. Lakshmikant book has to come to the top. Like one book, if you want to study, if you have no time, you have to only study one book, study Lakshmikant. Why? Because every year 12 to 15 questions are coming in polity, and 19% means at least 10 questions you are able to solve just by this Lakshmikant book. You don't need current affairs also. Just by Lakshmikant you can solve 90% of the polity questions. This is the first thing you should study. Second thing is what? Second thing is in 20% is, this is 80%, this is 20% effort. I'm talking about 20% effort. Next you study, guys, what? Economy. Economy static. For economy static, many people read many books, but what I strongly recommend, you read the NCERT macroeconomy book, plus you read the Shankar Ganesh book. It is a thin book. It is a very thin book. I think not more than 200 pages, and this NCERT will be around 100 pages. So in just 300 pages, I can tell you 70% of the question which comes in economy is conceptual question, basic conceptual question. What will happen if repo rate will increase? How to control inflation? What are the different types of inflation? What is GDP? What is GNP? What is external economy? What is CAD? What is current account deficit? Okay, what is capital account? What is revenue account? Very easy, very conceptual. Okay, everything, if you covered NCERT and Shankar Ganesh, you will be in position to solve most of the questions. So economy also 15 questions are coming, and out of these 15 questions, easily you can manage 7 to 8 questions using this static book. So this will come under again 20% of effort, which is leading to 80% of your marks. Now comes other subjects. Which is 80% of your effort. 80% of your effort but it only results in 20% of your outcome. Outcome means marks. Let me give you example. Ancient India, medieval India, art and culture. Even these days, environment. You read so many pages, environment book. Okay, the Shankar IAS book is so bulky, and you read lot of current affairs, but you cannot expect UPSC can ask anything. Okay, so environment also will come in this category. Even geography map question, okay, you don't know that whatever you keep on reading, they can ask you any map point. They can ask you any map point. Even the modern India these days are becoming very okay, unpredictable. Modern India is also becoming very unpredictable. So this, what you have to do is that this 80% of the effort, which will only leading to your 20% of outcome, you have to rely on someone. That someone has to be an expert. Which, okay, I feel as far as prelims is concerned, no one in the country knows better than me. As far as prelims is concerned, no one in India knows better than me how to analyze, how to predict the UPSC prelims paper. For this portion, you can easily rely on my analysis, my predictions. You can easily rely on my prediction, so that in this 80% of your effort also, you put less effort, and you get the maximum out of it. So what I am doing, guys, I am preparing a list of all ancient, okay, medieval, art and culture, environment, geography, IR map points. I am preparing a list of all important topics from this 80% of the effort, which takes 80% of your time, but gives you only 20% of marks. I am preparing a list of all important topics, and I am framing in my test series, I am framing question. You can see entire year important optima questions. You can see here FLT, 7 FLT. I am only framing questions on all these important topics from here, which I have done analysis. So this 80% of your effort, you can reduce it by focusing on only important topics, expected topics from this, because you don't need to solve all ancient India question. You don't need to solve all medieval India question inside the exam hall. You have to only solve those questions which is solved by your competitors. Means a general average student who is solving it, you should not miss it. Guys, I can tell you, if you rely on these important topics, definitely you will have an edge over other candidates. So by this, what you will be doing, you will be reducing this 80% of your effort. You will be reducing this 80% of your effort, and you will be increasing the 20% of result, which is coming from the 80% of result. So this 20, I can push it to 40. I can help you push it to 40, and this 80% I can reduce it to, okay, 50 or 60%. That is what I can promise. I can help you. So guys, please keep in mind this analysis which I have done, that you have to go to those core subjects where you have a static book, and very few questions are going to come outside that static book. For example, the Lakshmikant book, for example, the economy book. Okay. On the other hand, you don't have to put a lot of time, lot of energy in reading ancient India, medieval India, because guys, for ancient India, medieval India, you go and see the sources. New NCERT, old NCERT, Tamil Nadu, then Tamil Nadu book, textbook, then we have the fine arts book. Just imagine, for three questions, how many books you have to read? New NCERT. New NCERT means what? 5 books. Old NCERT, again 3 books. Then Tamil Nadu textbook, again 2 books. Then fine arts, again 1 book. You see, 1, 5, 6, then 9, then 11. 11 books for how many questions? 3 questions. And here, 1 book is giving you 12 questions. 1 book is giving you 12 questions. You can see this you have to understand. This thing, once you understand, no one can stop you from qualifying prelims. Then you will say, sir, shall I completely leave it? No. What? Then what is my role? My role is this. In these sections, I am doing a brainstorming, and I am giving you the only important topics. Just you prepare only important topics, and you can easily, with less effort, you can score more. Guys, you can also score like this. You can also clear the forestry cutoff. Guys, let me tell you, many people are thinking, I have to just clear the cutoff. No, guys, why are you thinking like this? Why don't you clear the forestry cutoff? Guys, I'm telling you, forestry mains examination is very easy to crack. Last year, I guided a lot of students for the forestry exam, and they got very good ranks in the forestry exam, and they got all India service, Indian Forest Service. It's a very good position, guys, very good post. Okay, so you should aim very high marks in the UPSC prelims examination, and I can help you do that. I can help you do that in the next 120 days. Guys, you can take this 120 days challenge which I am starting from 26th of January under this Lakshya program. Please go through it and take this challenge. It is really going to help you. Please consider liking this video and sharing this video with your friend, particularly the working aspirants, because working aspirants do not have the time to prepare everything. So they have to apply this 80-20 rule. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care and God bless you.